Welcome to WagerTalk TV, where the Kentucky Derby's right around the corner, just a little over a month away. I'm Kelly Stewart, joined by Marco D'Angelo. Marco, you just went to the Florida Derby. Well, I'm trying to say this with a straight face, and must have just worked the entire time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we worked. It was a great time, and a shout out to our good friend Mark Lawrence. He was very nice and hospitable with he's ruined me for horse racing ever again, because we were in the Flamingo room at the Florida Derby, Gulfstream Park. The buffet that we had, Kelly, this is not track food.
I saw the picture.
We had filet, we had sea bass, we had fresh oysters, we had Alaskan king crab leg already
That's
split.
what I saw was the crab legs.
And we had split lobster tail and mounds of shrimp. It was incredible. We ate a lot, we gambled a lot, Ralph drank a lot.
I was going to say, I know Ralph had fun. I definitely was asking if he was still hungover this morning. He said he's feeling fine now.
I don't know. I only got 3 days of him. I don't know how he does it. The man's never falls. I mean,
he likes to party. He's a big guy too, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure he can absorb a lot more.
And he's drinking Miller Lite. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know. All right, so you go to the Florida Derby because it's a prep race, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so what is your premise in going and seeing some of these horses?
Well, what a prep race is just what the name implies. The trainers are getting their horses conditioned, and they're all pointing for one thing, that first Saturday in May. But you got to run these races and qualify to get to the Kentucky Derby. So your goal is to get your horse in peak condition without having him peak too soon. You want him to peak that first Saturday in May, and you run these races to get them in condition. And remember, these are 3-year-old horses, Kelly. Most of them have less than 6 lifetime starts. So
my dad doesn't even buy a horse till it's 7 or 8 years old. That's what's crazy to me. So can any 3-year-old enter the Kentucky Derby?
If you make the stake payments, you nominate the horse to the Kentucky Derby, that's one fee, and then there's sustaining payments that lead right up to the Kentucky Derby. But anybody can enter. That doesn't mean you're going to get in. You make all of those payments. The only fee that you won't make is the actual starting fee if you don't get in. And they take only 20 horses. And the 20 horses that get in, it's not a draw, it's not a luck. It's the 20 horses that have earned the most points leading up to the Kentucky Derby. And these prep races have points attached to them. The winner gets 100 points. I think it's 40 for second and that. And they pay the top 4 horses points, so you earn points in the top 20 point getters.
So I know this isn't on my notes right here, but who won the Florida Derby?
Florida Derby was won by Maximum Security.
Okay.
And it actually is in your notes there.
I didn't get that for you.
It's a question for me later.
Oh, it's for you, yes.
Yeah. And this is a horse that is now 4 for 4. He's undefeated. Full disclosure.
So he's getting into the Derby then?
He's into the Derby.
Okay.
With the win, he got enough points to get into the Derby with the one win there. I didn't bet him in the Florida Derby. He ran over my money. I was having a good day. It was a day that I was having a good day. I was ahead money going into the Derby, and then lost it in the Florida Derby, which was the last race of the day. This is a horse that's a total speed horse. And he got on the front end uncontested. Nobody went with him, and the jockey on the horse, Luis Saez, is one of the best jockeys in the country at rating a horse, and rating a horse is getting him to calm down, go slower fractions. With nobody pressing the pace, he stole the race. He got to the half in 48 and change. And the minute that they put up the halftime, 48 and change, I immediately said to everybody at the table, including me, which had a closer, if you got a closer, you can rip your ticket up now, because the closers aren't going to get there.
Why is that?
When a horse goes that slow on the front end, they're going to have more in the tank to come home. If you got a closer, you need either an honest pace so that it's going to be equal halves, and if you're a better horse, you're going to make up that ground, or you need a very fast half so that the second half is slower. So
okay.
Yeah, the front horses are coming back to you. The closers are using their move then, and that's my catch. No closer was going to catch that race. The horse I bet was Bourbon War. He was the 4 horse. He came from left field to finish 4th. Out of all of the closers, he raced the best into those slow fractions. So if Bourbon War gets enough points to sneak into the Derby and they have a fast pace, he will have a shot. Maximum Security, yes, he's in the Derby. I can guarantee you with a 20-horse field, he will not get to be able to have the fractions he had in the Florida Derby.
Is there a reason for that?
There'll be more horses in there jockeying for positions. Horses that get the outside need to leave to get position. You don't want to be sitting 20th in the Derby if you're a speed horse. Horses down at the rail, because it's literally a cavalry charge when the gate opens. All those horses coming from the outside gate, they use an auxiliary gate because there's so many horses. There's only 14 horses in the main gate, and then the second gate has 6. They're coming this way. If you're down at the rail, if you don't use your horse leaving to try to hold position, you're just going to get pinched off, and you don't want to do that. So you generally always have honest fractions or a fast pace if there's multiple speed horses in the Derby.
So what's your big takeaway from the Florida Derby? Maximum
Security is going to get action because he's undefeated.
That's a big name, yeah.
I'm still not sold on him. The first 3 races that he won, and there's the reason that I didn't use him, he didn't face any competition anywhere near Derby caliber horses. This was his first test, and because he stole the race with the slow fractions, I'm still not sold on him. I'm going to be looking for somebody to beat him for sure in the Derby.
All right, last word. Anything else?
Had a great time in Florida.
I bet you did. I'm so jealous.
I didn't want to come back home.
How did I not get the invite?
We had a 2-bedroom condo right on Hollandale Beach.
Couch.
Yeah, right there in the middle there, and it was a big couch too. Yeah, it would have been good balcony looking out at the ocean. Sorry,
you know what? I'm going to write that into my next contract. Johnny, take notes. All right, guys, WagerTalk Text Club. It's 100% free. Just text WagerTalk to 33222 to get a $10 coupon for signing up, plus free picks and other special offers.